Salt Lake City Mayor Mendenhall delivered her State of the City address last night and says Salt Lake has made a lot of progress but has a lot more work to do. During her speech, the mayor shared what she called uncomfortable realities and focused on addressing Salt Lake City's air quality concerns, crime, cost of living, our homeless problems, and of course the pandemic. She says she's seen the city pull through with grit and grace, but she's asking for more moving forward. The mayor also called out state leadership on multiple occasions, particularly on the pandemic and Utah's homeless problem, saying when the state stepped back, we stepped up.
Not a day goes by in this job that I don't think about the unsheltered members of our community, their needs, and what Salt Lake City should be doing to assist.
So joining us now to talk more about her State of the City address is Mayor Mendenhall. You know, Mayor, we appreciate being on the show here this morning. It didn't seem like you were pulling any punches last night. You called out the legislature several times, as well as other cities as well. Are you getting any feedback on your address this morning?
So far, it's pretty positive because I think what I'm talking about is the reality that businesses, residents, people who come into the city are facing, which is that a handful of cities, and the capital cities included in there, are really shouldering statewide issues that the state needs to step up and help us out on.
Then we know the legislature drew a line in the sand where it comes to local government versus state government on issues like schools, COVID-19, and masks. How do you work with them moving forward?
You know, I'm not surprised by the legislation. That's the political climate that I work in and that I wanted to run in. But we're going to keep doing what we can because cities and towns are at the front line of most of the issues that our residents deal with. That's why we elect school boards. That's why we have public health districts. And that's why Dr. Dunn at the Salt Lake County level is trying to make the best decisions for Salt Lake County residents. That's not what the legislature's there for. They're not our public health experts. They're not our school board representatives. So, of course, I'm a mayor. Local control, I think, is really what the residents deserve because that's the level of management that some of these crises demand.
So that's the challenge moving forward. Now, you've also mentioned that Salt Lake City's generosity is being taken advantage of. What did you mean by that?
Yeah, the fact that Salt Lake City has really consistently approached issues like homelessness with a curiosity and investment and a dynamic tenacity really to get at what is a complex issue has somehow given the state and a lot of other cities and counties a sentiment of just they'll handle it. We don't have to get involved in this. That is not fair to any single municipality. And that issue, other issues like affordable housing and the access to our amazing growing economy and being more equitable in that access are things that the state should be invested in. So we're asking for people to support their legislature's decision around the governor's $228 million toward affordable housing, and that the state become more invested in the long-term operations and planning that ends up affecting people homeless on the streets throughout the state of Utah and then concentrated in Salt Lake City.
So there's some big issues obviously you addressed last night. What was the one thing that you were excited to share last night?
Oh, definitely about air quality. That's how I got into politics. It's really my passion and the lens through which I see things as the mayor. And I talked about our path to net 100% renewable energy. And that's a path that will mean every electric provider, or customer rather, in Salt Lake City will have renewable energy coming in by 2030. It's phenomenal. It's a nationally unprecedented partnership that Salt Lake City and more than a dozen other cities and counties are partnering with Rocky Mountain Power. And we're doing that work so that our residents can decrease their reliance on fossil fuels. It's very exciting for air quality.
I'm sure there's a lot of people excited to be able to hear they're able to get a little relief coming their way here soon.
And jump on public transit. It was fun yesterday also to announce that Free Fare February is coming. Ski bus, front runner, tracks, all the buses, the entire system will be completely free during the month of February. And it's a big experiment really for us as Utahns to see what would we do if cost was not an issue for us. And as we have the fastest growing population, we need to be looking at how to get more people onto public transit in the future.
All right, Mayor, we appreciate your time here this morning. Thanks for joining us here on GMU.
Thanks for having me.
Of course, we'll have the mayor's full speech online at abc4.com.